Everybody, it's Invicta. It's time for another run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit. Welcome to the midweek here. Seed day is going to be 2 Mike Foxtrot, 2 Anna. Yep, Anna. Oh, wow. We got great tiers rate. We got the broccoli alpaca haircut and Horror Babylon, which is completely useless for us right now. And also a ginormous Burning Basement one again. I don't know what's been going on with the Burning Basement lately, but they've been ridiculously huge. So at least, I'm going to say, at least we're starting off with the nail, which will give us a chance to start building up soul hearts. But that has now gone the way of the dodo. So this room here, this is a good practice room, I will say. But you got to be careful about the split shot coming from the, the split shot Pooters, which is my favorite English punk band from the 1980s. There's 2 green champions. One of them is a split champion. The other one is just the creep champion. So, and basically you just got to move back and forth, kind of goad their shots. And just like greed, or just like super greed, not regular greed, but just like super greed, if you're fighting one of these, like this champion Pooter right there, not that one, but this one, all you got to do is stand still and they will literally never hit you. Now keep in mind, they do still move, obviously, so you will have to kind of pivot eventually. But if you're just fighting one dead on, then it's nice not having to move. We get piercing shots, and also we could try to make a play for Dreamcatcher, which, in my opinion, is not really worth it. There's the only value of Dreamcatcher. Well, there's 2 value. There's nothing wrong with Dreamcatcher. It's an annoying item whenever you do have to sit there and look at all the animations, especially if you get an XL floor, or worse yet, if you have to actually go to Void. But it's a minor annoyance. It's not really a detriment to the item. The benefit of Dreamcatcher is that you at least get to see what the blind item is, and that is very cool. To be able to kind of beat the game at its own game there. As we get a nickel here, so and going to the next floor, starting off with an immediate half soul heart. Who knows what kind of ramifications that could have on your run? Saving a devil deal, saving an angel deal, etc. So it's all about that speculative value that you can get out of. All right, Brain, you need to be locked in here. This is Bush League. This is garbage league right here. My ring finger accidentally got stuck. There's like a little bit of a nail indent in my what is that? My A key, and I was trying to hit the tab button so I could look at the map, and accidentally hit the Q button instead, which means that I used our devil deal. So devil deal card. By devil deal card, I mean the devil card. Look, get me off this floor. We go on to last week's question of the episode, coming in from Dex Devil X, who said, question of the episode, I'm kind of hangry today. You got any Sinvicta or Mama Victa recipes? Or maybe what are you in the mood for today? I currently am not hungry at all. I know that might be shocking for those of you who've watched me long enough to hear that, but lately, whenever I go in the gym, I just get insanely hungry. And so I'm usually eating something. And I've really cleaned up my diet a lot. It's still not perfect, obviously. I'm not trying to place for a show or anything like that. Just trying to cut back on the bad stuff and more of the good stuff. I've really upped my protein intake. So lately I've been eating lots of chicken, lots of salmon, some beef, but not a lot of beef. And then I still have like sweets on occasion, like some Sour Patch Kids. I mean, look, I ain't gonna be able to break that addiction, brother. That's just not happening. This is like just streaming and doing YouTube. I ain't gonna break the addiction, all right? But that being said, if you want something quick and easy, I'll give you the easiest and best possible. I really don't want Thunder Thighs. I want the HP, but I don't want Thunder Thighs. I don't want the movement speed down. Also, is this the secret room? It could be. We might be able to get into the boss trap room. It still might be. Wait. Oh. But yeah, so here's your Mama Victa / Sinvicta hack for a very easy and delicious thing that you can make at home in under 2 minutes, 2 or 3, maybe 3 minutes. and I learned this from Mama Victa, obviously, and it's not like it's a revolutionary sandwich or anything, but if you want something quick and easy that has lots of protein and, you know, a decent amount of fat and some carbs, it's not health food, but it's not bad food either. You want something to make at home or for the kids, here you do. You just get 2 pieces of whatever your favorite type of bread is. I'm plain old vanilla. I like to eat just regular white bread, Wonder Bread, whatever you want to eat. Doesn't matter. You need some butter, and you need a slice of ham. It could be like Oscar Mayer, or if you want to get real fancy, you can go with some deli ham. Just don't use Black Forest ham, because Black Forest ham is bad. And I say that unapologetically. I don't like Black Forest ham. So you get whatever your favorite type of ham is, just a slice. You just want one moderately sliced, decently sized slice of ham, and then a Kraft single. And then all you're gonna do is you're gonna put the butter in the pan and just kind of heat it up. Don't let it brown or anything. Just heat up the butter. And then once that is, you're going to crack an egg and do it. I like to do mine over easy for this, because I like the egg a little bit runny for the sandwich. But you can cook the egg to whatever doneness that you want. Doesn't really matter. I like them more runny because it makes the bread taste better. And then after that, you're going to cook the egg, and then you're going to put the slice of American cheese or Kraft single on top of it, and let that melt a little bit after you flip the egg to whatever doneness you like. And then at the very, very, very end, you're going to take the egg off with the cheese on top of it, and then you're going to place the ham down on the skillet with the remaining butter and whatever else particulates are in the pan. Just give it a very quick scorching. Get it crispy if you want. I don't like it crispy. I like it pretty. Oh wow. I like my ham kind of. I don't know. I don't like it crispy. just heat it up in the egg wash and the butter or whatever else is in there. And then, you just place it on the sandwich and squeeze down to pop the yolk, and then you've got yourself a very easy 3-minute amazing ham, egg, and cheese sandwich. And if you want to get really fancy with it, you can top it with like pepper. I don't even use salt or pepper for the egg. You don't need it with the ham and the cheese. But if you want to, you can get fancy with it. You can make your own rustic artisan bread, whatever you crazy kids make these days. Mama Victa likes to eat it with wheat toast instead. I like just plain old white bread that isn't toasted, but you can toast it if you like. Very, very simple. The end. Also, I don't know why I wasn't using the nail first. We get booster pack, and that's just super, super great. Super awesome. Love it. Love it. It's so great. Really, really awesome. Such a great boss drop. A double deal, and yep, the big old pass. I guess I'll take Azazel's Rage because I am not getting stuck with Angel Deals again. Yeah. Use the world card here. All right, so we have Azazel's Rage, which is going to give us it's going to give us the ability to fire off a Mega Brim for exactly 1.5 seconds. Okay, that's a little disingenuous. It lets you fire off a Mega Brim for like a room, if you're lucky. But it doesn't do any increased damage. It lasts very, very, very short, and you have to wait basically five rooms to do it. Or in this case, 4 wave clears for a challenge room and then the next room. You'll know that it's charged because you'll see the animation start kind of pulsing on Isaac's like body, and the horns become a little bit more prominent. But it's a very, very much of a total nothing burger of an item. It's one of those Devil Deal items that really, really strongly need a buff. Even with it only costing 1 HP, it still is not good enough. I think that it should last a full blast of Mega. So you see how we're glowing orange right now. Or we can bank charges. That would be fine too. But given the nature of Azazel's Rage, we literally cannot do anything but let it fire off whenever we go into the next room with combat. Like this, we have no control over when it goes off or where it fires, and that's it. That's that. What you just saw right there, that was the extent of the Azazel's Rage effect. And it's bad. I want it to be good. I really do want it to be something that we can look forward to getting, but right now, in its current state, Azazel's Rage is just bad. It's not worth the HP container. It's unpredictable. You can't control when it fires off. And no me gusta. We at least get 6 cents in here and 2 keys. Okay. So that should be enough to pay for either 2 premium items inside the shop, or we could go play the Judgment. Azazel's Rage goes again. And sure, if you might be seeing these rooms, the last 2 rooms that we had at Proc, and be like, oh wow, that's incredible. Yes, it looks like an amazing item whenever you're clearing these really low level. Oh my gosh, really low level floors. We have, as much as I love the wooden nickel, we have to stick with the nail right now because we have very bad damage. I mean, very bad. Excuse me a moment. Papa Victa was sending me a text, seeing how I was doing. And he also sent it to me at a very odd time of night, so making sure everything's okay. Okay, we just needed one room with combat here, game, so we can have our damage bonus against the boss. See if we can get a cheeky little payout here from the Demon Judgment. We did activate Whore of Babylon. We get a little bit of damage there. There we go. And we also find the super secret room down here. So I'm not going to use the nail until we get into the boss room, so we can maintain that devil or that damage upgrade. If we do get a devil deal, we have the Soul of the Lost here, so that can help us grab an item for free. It's going to be the Fallen, which is going to give us a devil deal no matter what. A devil deal item, anyway. Save a bomb for when they split. There you go. And we get Twisted Pair. Okay. I ain't going to poo-poo that. And oh my Gertie, we get Guppy's Eye and the Pact. So what's cool about Soul of the Lost is we can take one of these items now, which I'm going to take Guppy's Eye, use Soul of the Lost, save ourselves the 2 HP, still take the Pact, get the Soul Hearts, and get out without ever having to pay for it. And that is muy bueno. I'm going to be sad if we can't get this Demon Judgment, though. I mean, I guess well, no, I don't want to sacrifice the Eternal Heart here. See if maybe we can get one of these hearts over here. Maybe there's one in the last room. Really kind of stretching this level thin for resources here, but sometimes this is what you gotta do, you know? There's Judas' Tongue, which is an interesting drop here, is that will reduce all devil deal payments, all devil deal requirements down to 1 HP, so that's nice. It is very nice. And we also get 1.5 red hearts, which should be enough to at least trigger a chance for another payout here. And we get Loki's Horns, which I will take. I think that does activate with the Azazel's Rage, so we're gonna try that out. Great floor. All right, we really made up some. Ooh, hopefully we can get flying, get that dime in there. We really made up some lost time and ground and stats in that floor. Loki's Horns will give us a shot that will have a chance anyway to fire off in all 4 directions. Apparently does not synergize with Azazel's Rage, so I will take School Bag, and I do actually want Red Candle. You've got to be kidding me. Okay. Might as well go fight the boss now. I did not want to blow up my donation machine. And now we have Red Candle. And Red Candle is going to allow us to play a little bit more aggressively here. And we get a range upgrade, which we actually kind of needed, so I'm not mad about that. And we get a sack altar here, which... yeah, this ain't it, Chief. Twisted Pair is the only thing giving us any kind of even remotely close-looking damage multiplier properties here. Something that resembles a damage multiplier. Not really a damage multiplier, it's more like a shot multiplier than anything. We had Eden's Blessing, which is a tiers upgrade, but unfortunately we're already capped on tiers. So that means that tomorrow we are going to have an extra item show up at the start of our Eden run. Wow. Unless if we die, then we start the random character streak. It's been a little while since we've done that. Again, apologies a moment. Papa Victor says hello, everybody. Sorry. I could have paused the recording, but I just told him that I'll call him back. He's okay. Just need to let him know that your boy's recording. Technically, it's his boy who's recording. That's a little dad counter dad joke there. Nobody's laughing. So we have a small, but what in the clown physics was that? All right, game. Oh, we get more of them. Can we just get a whole floor of them? I really wish that we had proper physics in the game. The fact that they just float around on like they're on ice is, it will never not be annoying. Ooh. Soul of Eden, so we can at least reroll this garbage, and we get even more garbage, which is not necessarily as bad as Bob's Brain, but I don't like having the broken hearts unless if you've got a lot of red heart HP already and you have a way to shed those broken hearts. It's no coincidence that the only damage we've incurred on this run, other than that peep shot so far, has been to clown physics. Even with piercing shots, it just doesn't care. Which is why we need to get more. Okay, well now I'm just on tilt. We need to get more damage here. We could get Leviathan from a Diplopia nail, but we are now only one Guppy item away from getting Guppy. And Guppy's been showing up quite a lot in April so far. So we did get lucky to get Azazel's Rage, but again, as you see right there, its damage is hilariously bad. So suffice to say, it's not a reliable item for damage. I don't know where that bomb came from, but that was our only one. Yeah, I'm just fat fingering all of the keys today. Our damage needs some serious help here. Oh, it's not serious help, but it's help. I almost don't want to go back. I'm just going to give myself a Leviathan. I'm not even going to... honestly, just not even going to mess with it. I'm not going to give the game a chance to screw us here. Unapologetically, because we know, like, we just straight up don't know if we're going to see another Guppy item or not. And it's like the theme of the month of really the end of March and going into April of this year has been don't leave it in the ref's hands. Don't leave it in the game's hands. Don't let it go down to RNG. If it comes down to it, would I be more upset that I kept Diplopia all the way to the chest and losing the ability to generate soul hearts, or go for that maybe shot of us getting one singular guppy item to double into 2? We've been burned too many times, and you know that's just the way it is. Now, I had somebody commented a few days ago on the Mugenics videos talking about how they're very disappointed that that basically I skip over every single random event in the game now, other than the ones that are absolutely forcing you to do something, or the weather events. And I said, yeah, don't blame me, blame the game, brother. Like, I don't know what people would expect for someone who gets screwed over by the game so often in RNG, in any game, not just Mugenics and Isaac, just any game. You know, it's like, yeah, why even take the risk? I don't know what's going to happen. It's RNG anyway, so even if my stats are in green, I'm not going to risk it. You know, it all comes back to, I should get that made into a shirt. It comes down to the adage: you want to have fun or you want to win. For RNG games, and this is not just mainly against Mugenics either. It's just all games for me. I like to gamble, but not like that. I'm still looking for the Fool card here. So we're gonna have to come down to a very, very hard decision soon. Do we go for boss rush, or do we forego the shop? I mean, we don't really even have the shop. We don't have enough money to make the shop worthwhile anyway, so I was looking for the Fool card, and wouldn't you know it, it's in the last room that we ever went to. Lucky us. In the last room, it's in the last room that we ever went to. Lucky us. And now I don't think it's even physically possible for us to get to the boss room in time, let alone beat Mom in under 10 seconds. I just wanted to do that just to prove the point that that's exactly what I'm talking about right there. That is textbooks Invicta luck at its finest. Might be able to make it interesting, but it's not going to happen. Yep, we would have made it had it not gone all the way to the one direction that we didn't go, and even after that, we still don't get a devil deal. So lucky us. I'm gonna take the negative. Well, I mean, we have the. I don't trust this run. Either way we go. But at least with the negative, we have some kind of damage. No, Hemolacria keeps showing up lately, man. And I guess it's fine with... It is fine with Twisted Pair. This will allow us to maybe get something out of the shop. Now we definitely can. We get a movement speed upgrade, which I will take. There's lots of tough decisions to be made right now in this run. I will take no, never. Well, no. No, I won't. There's still two guppy items that we could get that are both active items, so. Oh, we have a key. Silly me. I could bomb for one, or I could trade a bomb. Well, most likely we're not going to see a bomb beggar payout with just a key. Probably south of the item room. Let me look at this room first. We only have 2 bombs. No, it can't be there. I'm glad I looked. The only other place that it could be, and this would be a mean place for it, but I could definitely see the game doing it, would be to the left of the shop. Because it can't be there. It can't be south of here. It can't be there. It can't be there or there, obviously. The super secret room could be there, but we're looking for the regular secret room. And now now I have no earthly idea. No clue. Don't know, don't care. Give me the soul heart, and we'll be on our way. Yeah, this was a very, very not great floor here. Haemolacria does help us out, admittedly. And we did get a movement speed upgrade, and as well as an HP upgrade. But we missing boss rush due to map. Well, due to Sinvicta navigation is the biggest hit there. So at least with Haemolacria, we get the damage, we get the splash shot. It's piercing because of Sagittarius. And now I'm very, very confident in my decision to stick with the nail over going for Diplopia. Since we got screwed out of the devil deal from the last floor, which of course it's not guaranteed. And that's the thing that people really take out of context. It's you know, it's just it's a matter of looking at the percentages and being like, okay, we should get one. So you kind of plan for what could be in the devil deal, where we're going to go from here, what our percentage is going to be on the next floor, to, oh, we just didn't get one. That sucks type deal. You know, 73% means that there's still a 23% chance you're going to fail it. There you go. So significantly better damage here on Azazel's Rage. We don't need to bomb him, but get a Hermit card, which could teleport us as a luck upgrade in this fire, which is nice. And yes, you can tell a lucky penny inside of a fire if you know how to look for one with Guppy's Eye. You can see the green tinge. And hello to Sea Dizzle. You know, Sea Dizzle, we barely gave you any attention when we got you. In fact, I don't think I even acknowledged that you were there. My apologies, sir. How you doing today? You doing all right? How's your Easter? How are the kids? I don't think Sea Dizzle has any kids. I'm saving the nail for the boss fight, if it wasn't obvious. Super secret room gives us super secret nothing. Haemolacria does make it very challenging to see where enemy shots are coming from or going. But if you play the game long enough, you have an idea of, anyway, where they're going to be going. Sometimes. And we get a shot speed and HP upgrade. And we might as well take Incubus. Ocular Rift is a terrible idea, especially with this amount of splash shots going on. Get Minecrafter. Well, we might as well bomb both of these beggars because they can give us a... All right. My God. My God, it's double pin. That was quick. Oh, I did not see that champion at all. And this is where Haemolacria will really earn its keep here with the splash damage anyway. It's just getting those initial shots to land. That's the hardest part. Gonna use red candle as a defensive mechanism here instead of offense. Stop the gives a little pause in the interval of tears. We don't get a double deal, and we'll head on down. But going back to it, to the discussion of RNG, you know, it's very much reflected in the same conundrum whenever you are in an Isaac run like this, and you could go fight Hush. You know, you could say, well, you could get something good. But yeah, I could, but do I need to? Do I want to? Do I want to risk fighting one of the harder bosses in the game and losing HP that we can use for something later on for a chance to get something good? Or can I just not do it and get the main objective done? Type thing, you know? It's like, do we want to go on a tangent here, or do we want to just stick to the road? And I'm always a very stick to the road type person. Whatever the task is at hand, you give me a task, I'm going to do it. So, and with Mugenics having the randomizations, which mostly, from what I've seen, I know that's stat based. Okay. Let's how about we talk about playing the game that we're playing first? How about that, brain? Because apparently that's all we can handle today. See, the downside of all the clown physics here with the tons of shots, I almost have a right mind to re-roll this run. We've got to stop taking this damage. We do not have enough HP to do this. Be taking this level of damage that we're doing. I'm going to turn to a tarot card here. It's going to be a judgment card. Which at this point I would just take a regular basic HP upgrade. Thank you. Just to make us a little bit beefier. You also have to watch out for the clown physics on Monstro 2. They do love to kind of just slide all over the place while they're firing brimstone, by the way. This is actually a really annoying room. Especially when you got monsters firing off the screen. Like I said, I don't trust this run, man. I don't trust this run. So there you go. That's a good example of why I don't like Azazel's Rage right there. If we could just trigger it, just hit an extra button or something that would cause it to go off when it's primed like that, it'd be fine. It still wouldn't be very good because it's essentially going to turn into Shoop-da-Whoop. But at least it won't get wasted. You know, at least Shoop-da-Whoop doesn't ever get wasted. And the visual doo-doo coming from Haemolacria, Incubus, and Twisted Pair is really starting to pile up the damage here. It's very difficult to see which, not even shots, just where things are going here. Get a random soul heart, which I'll take. We got to hope for a good Hermit card teleport here. All right, so if we had held on to Diplopia, we would have gotten Guppy. But I'm not going to pay the HP for it. At this point, we need to outlast this run. So here's the hoping. And I don't know if we got taken in the wrong direction or right direction, but we get the body, which is going to give us a significant amount of HP now. Now we can start thinking about taking Guppy's tail just to help bolster our strength in the dark chest for chest drops. We have enough keys, so we should be okay. And we also have Guppy's eye, which will help us know which ones to and which ones not to take. The only thing that we've sacrificed at this point is just that Hermit card. And I need to make a decision soon on whether or not we're going to take Guppy's tail. The only reason why I'm hesitant is because that big room right there. There's 2 rooms that we would have to clear through, but I think we're probably gonna have to do it anyway because I think we're going in the wrong way. Infestation 2 is fine here. No, it was the right way. Wow. Well, yeah, I'm just gonna full send it then. We have a full charge on the nail. Apparently there was fire over there or something. Or it may have been Aaron's shot, I'm not sure. There we go. Good run. I'll take it. Haemolacria was really kind of a, I don't know. It was a solution at the time, but definitely as it wore on, it's a difficult item to describe from a good or bad perspective. I really dislike the tears down, especially with piercing shots. I feel like we could have just had more damage. But we needed the immediate punch of damage. The splash damage does help a lot in controlling ads, so we'll take it. We'll take it. Thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you click the like button. Leave a comment down below. Here's your meme of the day. They're starting to come back on the Sinvicta subreddit. Finally, this one brought to you by Big Stress 4321. Tyler Thread got all the new Funko figures and even got the Greed Chase. Hey, look at that. Congratulations. I've never collected Funkos, but they look really cool. Congrats on hitting the chase. That's always a good feeling whenever you get something rare. So thank you for sharing it. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hyping everybody. Have a great Wednesday. And as always, I will see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Zach Boble, Jacob Tatman, Barman1988, and Irrationals. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.